Hello everyone, welcome to TUTORIEX, and in this video I'll demo this extension called Salesforce Debugger all-in-one. This extension I created for Salesforce developer, admin, support people and all the people that are using Salesforce, because when I'm working on Salesforce I saw like lots of things there that takes really much time and really complex. There is no simple method in Salesforce to search like debug logs, trigger, or maybe there is a validation rule, there is a flow, so there is no inbuilt search option. That's why I've created this extension to help with those kind of things. So the first thing you have to do, you have to come to this link that I'll give in the description box. You have to come to this link and add this extension to Chrome. And when you add this extension to Chrome and you are logged in a Salesforce org or a sandbox, you will get this kind of icon. When you open it, you will get this kind of UI, Apex Debugger, Smart Search, LWC debugger. So what Apex Debugger does, for example, if you want to debug Apex code in Salesforce, what you have to do? If you have to go to setup, you have to search debug logs, you have to come here, you have to create one new debug log, search your user and search a debug level and set all those things up. In my extension, what you have to do, you have to just open this sidebar and here you can see the toggle, right? You just have to turn on the toggle and the debug log will be set. So if I come to this setup and refresh, the debug log will be automatically created. You see there is a debug log on my name. This is my user and this is requested by me and this is the debug log. This is Apex debug. Also, if you want to modify the configuration, you can always click in this gear icon, open the configuration. For example, this is set in my name, this is me. And if you want to set debug log in some other user's name, for example, if you are a support person and some user reports some bug, you have to set a debug log on their user, right? So then you can just search the user in the org and you can set the debug log on their name. And here is also an option. As you know, when you set a debug trace, you have to select like what things you want to debug. If you want to debug a flow, if you want to debug Visual Force component, if you want to debug a database. So that thing you can just select it from here. And once you set this configuration, it will be set like this will be persistent. For example, I'll select all component finest, right? And here you can also select for how long this debug log will be activated. These configurations will be once you apply, this will be set like every time. You don't have to reapply or reconfigure it. You just have to turn on the debug log and it will be set. And when it's set, you just fetch it and you can see the logs here, right? So once the debug log is set and I do something in Salesforce, you know the logs will be generated, right? Because the all component finest is set up. So I'll fetch the logs. You see 2 logs are generated. As I saw this error pop up here, so you can see script thrown exception error. So there must be some error. So when you can see a debug log, there is also a deep search option. If you search something here, it will search through all the logs. So for example, this is my test org, right? So there are only 2 logs in my movement. So when you are working in a company, there is a big environment, thousands of developers are working, it's really hard to debug. And when you do something, there will be hundreds of thousands of debug log and you have to go through all the logs to find what you are looking for. So let me show you how you can search inside a log. So for example, you search something here and it found the logs that is matching and these 2 logs are here, and when you click on it, it will go in the view mode and here you will see all the logs. So if you search anything here, for example, I'll search account. So you'll see all the account text is highlighted and there is also an arrow key by which you can navigate through all the stuff. You can zoom in, zoom out the window. You can make it full screen. Also you can expand it here. So you can see there's a good UI where you can really search through all the logs. If you are a admin people or if you are a support person and you don't have a VS Code setup, even you have a VS Code setup, you can use this easy to use feature, right? It's just in the browser, you just open the sidebar, you just turn on the toggle and the logs is set, and then you can fetch the logs and view the logs. So that's very simple. Next feature is Smart Search. So in Smart Search, I don't think I have to explain much. You can see Apex class, trigger, LWC, aura, flows, all those components you can select and you can search it from here. So for example, I'll just search Apex class. There must be some test class, so I'll just write test. You can see there are all those test class. For example, if I search something specific like account, trigger, handler, test something, You can see account trigger handler test. You can search trigger, you can search validation rule. And in validation rule, sometime you will see like there is a validation rule error, but you can't find which object is throwing that validation rule, because validation rule can be set in different object, and different object can be linked with one another. So it's really hard to find the validation rule and inside which object that is created. So here there is an option. When you select the validation rule, you can search the validation rule by the error message. So I'll select the validation rule and I'll search by null. If there is a null exception somewhere, it will show me. So if I search it, you can see error not null. So I can search by error message here inside the validation rule. This is really helpful if you have any debugging experience and you have searched for a long time from which object the validation rule is triggering and you can't find it. You can just copy the error message and you can search here. Next is LWC debugger. So for accessing this LWC debugger, you have to close this. You have to press Ctrl+Shift+I to open the inspect window. And here you will see this Salesforce Debugger. And inside here, this is in beta, this component inspector. So I'll not show you this. So this Apex Call Tracker. Basically, if you have a LWC component and you have used some controller, some Apex classes, you are fetching some data, you are updating some data, you are performing some action using Apex class inside your LWC. So you can track that, like what is the status of that Apex call. So for example, in my LWC task 2 or task 3, there are some Apex calls, right? So let the page load. So here you can see 2 Apex call is tracked. So there is LWC task 2 data handler. This must be the controller. So if I open it, I can see the response content, right? These are the responses that are coming. So this is basically coming from my Apex class. This is showing the class name. This is showing the method name. And here you can see the request details and the time it takes. So here you can see the response, and this is a JSON viewer. So you can just minimize it and like accordingly you can watch. So this is a success message, right? So let's see if there's some error somewhere. So in the task 1, yeah, there's some error, right? So let's see how that looks. I'll just close it. You can see there's an error, right? So if I open that, you can see error, and this is test exception from the Apex method. So if you're getting some error in your LWC, you can literally get the which Apex call is throwing the error and what is exactly the error. So this is very helpful if you are working on LWC and you don't know which class is throwing the error, which method is throwing the error, which is exactly the error, which class is returning what data is getting used by what. So all those questions you will get answer from this Apex Call Tracker, and you can also see the performance if you want to optimize the call or optimize that controller. Okay. So next is SOQL Studio. SOQL Studio is nothing but just a query editor. So you can query anything here in the SOQL Studio, and the best thing is you have an auto suggestion here. Like for example, I write something, you will get auto suggestion. You can use arrow key to move through the suggestion, and you can press enter and then Ctrl+Enter to execute, and you will get all the data right here. You can view it in full data mode. You will see all the fields, and the fields that are editable you can edit here. And if you want to open it in Salesforce, the record, you can open it here. So these are all the features in Salesforce Debugger extension, and in the next videos I'll go in depth on all those features, like different use cases, different scenario you can use. There are more to these features than this, like this was just an overview. So in the different videos I'll go in depth on those features, and I'll show different scenario and how it can optimize your workflow and debug very much faster than before. And if you face any error or any issue while using this extension, you can just comment out in this video, and I'll check those comments and I'll just make the updates, because I'm still developing it. Of course you will face some error, some bugs. If you have any feature request also, you can comment down in the YouTube video, and I'll just check out those feature requests, and if it's possible I'll implement it and release it in the next versions. Be sure to review this extension when you are using it. Give a good rating if you want, and yeah, according to your feedback. So thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.